Hi guys, today I am going to be sharing with you my updated refresh routine. Now I do have a video saying how I refresh my hair way back in my channel. It was one of the first videos I ever filmed. So as you can probably tell, A, it's an old routine, and B, I'm probably not as confident as I am now. So I figured why not update it. So I'm going to start. What I am going to be using today, I'm just setting out all of my products and equipment and the like. So if I'm feeling lazy, I will just give my hair a little spritz with water, smooth over a little bit of gel, and then air dry. And that's sort of, like I say, that's my very, very quick, I can't be bothered routine. But I'm going to do my full wet refresh, which I usually do if my curls are starting to drop but my hair doesn't need a wash yet. This is usually the routine I'll do. Now, I like to think my hair's not looking too bad. This is day 2 hair, no refresh, and I slept in a buff for most of the night until it fell off. What I'm going to be using today, I've got my spray bottle. This is literally just water. And the two sort of styling products that I've been using for my refresh lately is the Love Your Curls all-in-one styler. What I've been doing lately is putting 3 pumps of this into my spray bottle because this is actually activated by water. I do have a video reviewing this in more detail, and there's a whole range of the Lush Brands products if you guys wanted to go check that out. And I also use the Cocunat Curl Booster. This is what I'm going to be using today, and this gives my hair really good slip. So if I want to brush style my hair during a refresh, this is sort of my go-to product. I'm then going to be brushing my hair with the Behairful brush. Yes, you heard me correctly, I am brushing my hair in between wash days. I have a link and discount code to this down in the description box if you guys wanted to go and treat yourselves, which I think you should. And then I'm going to finish off by adding the Styler Argan Oil Gel. You can see I've not got much left because I love this. It gives really good hold. So that's what I'm going to use. So let's start. So I've got my little clippy things, bird clips, alligator clips, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to section my hair. Now I have seen different ways of sectioning during sort of brush styling, which I will investigate at some point. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it on my channel or Instagram, or probably both. I've sort of lined up the next couple of months worth of videos, so if I do it, it'll be end of December now probably, because I've sort of worked out what I'm going to do anyway. So I've sectioned my hair. I'm just going to get my hair really nice and wet. This spray bottle is very sort of efficient in its job, to the point where it gets a bit messy. I've also recently changed the sort of nozzle, so it's coming out loads. Right, so I'm just getting my hair really nice and wet. I'm then going to add 1 pump of, well, not a full pump, of the Cocunat Curl Booster, and I'm raking it through and just gently sort of finger detangling, because I don't know what it is about my hair, particularly the bottom layers. Even though I protect it at night, it does get really knotty really quickly. So let's just move that bit of hair over the other side that's trying to escape. Now, I don't know about you guys as well, sometimes when I'm refreshing my hair, I get sort of wet frizz, and I think it's like webbing it's called. So if I show you here, you can see these sort of awkward bits that they've sort of fallen out of the curls. So that's what this sort of refresh routine counterbalances. So what I'm going to do now is just very gently detangle my hair, and this is why I love this Behairful brush, because it's so gentle on my hair. It sort of smooths down the those sort of webbing frizzy bits, puts my hair back into its sort of natural clumps, and it also helps the curls sort of form. Now I'm giving this quite a thorough detangling because, like I said, it just overnight my hair just seems to have knotted itself up. There was one particularly naughty tangle. And then I'm just going to give it a good scrunch, because obviously the brushing of the hair does sort of stretch the hair out. And then the last step, because I'm going to sort of show you in one section, is I'm just going to take a sort of fingertip sized blob of the gel. You really don't need much of this gel at all when you use it because it's so thick. It gives really good hold, but particularly if you've got the sort of finer, more wavy hair, it can go a little bit sticky in your hair. So you hear that squelching? That is a good indication that your hair has enough product in. So you can see the curls are a lot more defined. All the frizzies have been sort of put back where they're supposed to be. Now, if I was being really fancy, I would brush style each individual one of these clumps, but I can't be bothered. It's only a refresh after all. So I will now do the rest of my hair. So the only bit I've got left to do now is my Fringe curtain bangs, face framing pieces, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I do these. It's pretty similar, to be fair. This takes a little bit more brush styling. So I'm just gently getting it wet, dripping water all over myself. I'm just adding a tiny bit of the coconut stuff. You might have noticed as well, I haven't been applying gel sort of to the top bits. That's because on the top bits of my hair, I flip my head upside down and then I scrunch gel in to the whole sort of section. So because my curtain bangs are quite thick, they're actually a bit thicker than I wanted, I have to I divide them up just so I don't end up with one huge chunky ringlet. I mean, it inevitably goes back to a huge chunky ringlet anyway. I just try and sort of avoid it if I can. So I'm now going to brush style these natural clumps. If I brush style them separately, it doesn't go back to one big clump as easily. So you can see I'm turning the brush over on itself because this creates the tension, which is what forms these lovely little ringlets. And then that ringlet sort of falls back in naturally. So that's how I style my curtain bangs. So do you know what? Let's be friendly and just do the other side quickly too. The good thing about doing a full wet refresh like this where you brush your hair is it does make it a lot easier come wash day, because obviously you're not just sort of letting, say you wash your hair once a week, you haven't got a week's worth of knots waiting to be brushed out. and I don't know if the time-lapse picked it up, but there was a particularly massive knot on this side of my head, which I don't know why, because I sleep on the other side. And then this last little bit, so I first of all brush it straight down to get the clumps to form, and then I will brush style individually. Still taking some getting used to having this hairstyle, because from the age of 15, about 15 up until I think earlier this year, to be fair, I just alternated between a side fringe and a full fringe. So when I sort of cut my own like proper curtain bangs, it took some getting used to. I've got more gel in my hands, so I hope you guys can see me. I'm going to flip my head upside down, scrunch this gel in, and then give my hair another spritz all over with the water. Might add a little bit more of the curl booster just to sort of remove the stickiness and make sure that it's all coated. Ow. So like I say, I'm sorry if all you can see is my messy bedroom behind me. You know, at least I try and keep it real for you guys. I'm also scrunching up sort of around my roots as well. So let's just move the camera down and hope you can see. So I'm now going to give my hair a little spritz with the water again. Not as much, it's already pretty wet. Like I say, it's mostly just to sort of remove the stickiness of the gel and sort of help it melt into the curls easier. And then next, I'm going to take my old pyjama top, trusty pyjama top. In fact, let's go back up for this bit. And I'm going to do what's called micro plopping. So all I'm doing is just gently scrunching up my hair into the top. And I'm flipping my head this way because I found it it helps unstick the hair from the scalp without sort of messing around with it too much. And what I love about micro plopping is it speeds up the drying time because you're removing the excess water and hair products, and it also, if you've brush styled, it really helps sort of put the spring back into the curls, and it just really helps counterbalance any of the sort of stretching out, and just sort of, it just basically puts your curls back. So that is my hair wet, refreshed. So what I'm going to do now is dry my hair. It's lunchtime currently, so I'm probably going to go and have some lunch and sort of let my hair soak up the product. I'm then going to gently diffuse my head upside down using my new black orchid diffuser. There is also a video on my channel of me reviewing this. Like I said, I'm going to do it upside down. I generally do it medium heat, high speed, although I have got the toddler asleep in the next room, so I might do it medium heat, low speed. Then once my hair is fully dry, we will be back to scrunch out the crunch and go through the results. So on autopilot, I scrunched out my crunch off camera. I just, like I say, automatically did it. I used 2 pumps of the Imbue Curl Energising Hydration Serum and 1 sort of squirt of water. Just mixed it together in my hands. Then with my head upside down, I gently did the praying hands method, which is where you just smooth your hands over your hair like this. Gave it a little scrunch and then just fluffed the bejesus out of it. So this is the final result, as you can see. You can see that the curls are a lot more defined. There's a lot less frizz. I've still got this one big fat cannibal curl at the front, but it is slightly easier to separate. They just want to be friends. that was my sort of full wet refresh. I don't do that every day, don't worry. Like I said, I will more often than not just do my quick sort of spritz with water and a little bit of gel. If you don't have, I've been meaning to say this since I started filming at the beginning of the video, if you don't have a styler like this to mix with the water, you can just put a little bit of your normal conditioner in with some, I would say, warm water, give it a really good shake just to sort of help it dissolve, and you can actually use that as a detangling spray. That's a sort of little tip if you've got little kiddies with curly hair who hate having their hair done properly. A little bit of conditioner, a little bit of water, give it a spritz, give it a brush or a comb, Bob's your uncle. So thank you for joining me today on my updated refresh routine. I think I've said everything I've got to say. I will probably remember a load of stuff after I finish filming. If I forgot anything, I will drop it down in the description box, as I often do. As always, don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and I will see you soon. Bye bye! I'm then going to be brushing. In fact, let's skip all that crap. I think I've said everything. Forgot to put them in the